Good afternoon, planners. How are you guys? Let me make sure I sent out messages here quickly. Right, let me put the topic up. What episode is this? As we wait for our guests to come in and hi, and everybody else to come in. How are you? I'm pressing too fast. Don't forget to get say who you are so people can know who you are, what you do. Yes. Hi. All right, good. So I was just making sure I got it up so people know that we are on. Let me just send out to all my lovely peoples. Hi. Okay, our guest is here already. Oh my goodness, our guest is here. Our guest is here. Messages on my guest and puppy and licks. Good afternoon. Hi. Yes. I know most of you all are enjoying the last little rundown for Hannibal, so we take it as it comes. Hi, all right. So our lovely guest is here. She's still setting up. So in the meantime, while she's set up, today podcast is all about entrepreneurs' journey into their new way of living, their new livelihood. Some of them are still doing it part-time, some are doing it full-time. So today we have Miss Peridot. Oh gosh, I forget the married last name. Well, she is the owner at Peridot Plus.
Peri's
Okay.
Plus.
Peri's Plus. You see, I'm going Peridot first. That's sticking my head.
You're hearing me?
And
Are you hearing me?
yes, I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh,
Everybody's
okay.
hearing. Say yay. Yes, I get a
Okay.
wave.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. So
Is
let her
the
introduce
lighting okay?
herself. Say that again.
Is the lighting okay? You can see
It's a
me?
little bright on you.
It's a little bright.
Yeah,
All
the
right, hold on.
light shine.
I can fix that. Hold on.
The light from behind your head. Yes, she's going to fix it right now. The glare from behind is on the ground. She's going to fix it.
Hi, is it better now?
Yes, we're not seeing the glare. We're actually seeing you. Just looking a little right. That perfect.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We have the main aim of this whole thing is to share with other people the journey or the process, I will say, to enter
Mhm.
into your life, whether you're doing full time or part time. All right, now you're making the glare worse. What you just
Right,
all
it's
right,
better now.
perfect.
You
The
see
glare
me
is better.
clearly, right?
The glare is better. Yes, I'm seeing you
Okay,
clearly,
great. All
Right.
right, no problem.
So tell us how you started who you are first again, how you started this whole thing. What's the whole idea behind the name, everything, everything. Give us a little sneak peek.
No problem. My name is Peridot Carlotta Webster-Steele, and I am the owner of Peri's Plus Limited. I would have started the business, one moment. I would have started the business 14 years ago.
Okay.
14 years ago, out of my own need of not getting proper fitting bras. If the lighting is going bad, just let me know so that I can fix.
Okay, no problem.
It's okay? Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's seeing me, right?
Yes,
Hold on, tell
nobody
me.
is saying
Everybody's seeing me. Too bright. Right. Leave it here for now. Sorry. I
we
started
kinky
it
down,
out
we
of
kinky down.
I started it out of my own need of not getting proper fitting bras because I have always been, I'm not sure if this is the right terminology, but I've always been full busted. I've always been full figured,
Right,
always.
right.
And my mom at the time, she could not have afforded, when I got to the stage of puberty, she could not have afforded the right type of bras, when the bust started to develop. So I could have
Yeah,
only
yeah.
worn what she could have afforded. And
Right.
at that time, she would have gotten the bras, but there's sometimes there are street vendors, etc. Whatever she could have
Right, yes,
afforded,
yes.
that's what she would have purchased for me. And then Wonderful World would have came along. And
Right, yes.
how long ago that was?
Yes,
Um,
that's true.
we were actually doing balance parcel. That's to tell you how long ago that was. Wonderful World balance parcel. And what my mom used to do, she used to pay down on a bra for me, and that
Okay.
was strictly for Sunday for church.
That was the golden bra.
Yeah, the golden bra for church because she would have taken about a month or so to save money to be able to
Correct,
pay down, etc.
correct.
And whatever other bra I would have had, I wore that during the week. Put a vest on, and put on your school shirt, and
Right.
you put it behind the fridge, you wash and you hang up and you go to school and you wear it, And
Correct,
Sunday,
correct.
you took out that bra in the box, the fully exquisite. That's I could tell you the brand, a
Telling you, go
fully exquisite. And there's a Caucasian lady with and the bust was it gave me the support that I required. And at that time, $275 for a bra was
Yes,
really
yes,
expensive.
yes, I
Uh,
remember that.
yeah, yeah, and we used to pay down on that, and I was strictly. So when I came back from church, she would wash it by hand and fold it back and put it in the plastic and put it back in the box. Yeah, because so that
Cherishing the golden
yeah,
bra.
you had to cherish the golden bra. And as I got older, and it is really in having when I had my son, that is
Mm-hmm.
when I started the business when I was pregnant with him.
Okay.
I took $1,500 that I had in savings.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered 6 bras. I did the
Okay.
research on that kind of. At that time, I did not have a credit card or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it via Western Union. And I did not
Wow.
know that at that time, 14, 15 years ago, I did not know that you had to pay to make a Western Union transaction.
Correct.
Don't
Correct.
I remember I didn't have any need to
That back
receive
then.
or get funds back then.
True.
So whatever monies that I had, it had to be a smaller amount. So I could have
Correct.
only received 6 bras. And then
Wow.
when the bras came to Trinidad, it was via FedEx, and it was $985. I still have the receipt.
To
Um,
clear it.
because they were bringing this stuff home to you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
Brand new to the process and all of that. So I did not know. And the
Humble
first
beginning.
which was 6 bras, and I carried it to work at my 8 to 4 job, and they were sold within a week. And
Wow.
the business really grew from word of mouth, because one of the pillars that we really keep at Peri's Plus is customer service.
Right. That's
Customer service
important.
for us, that is premium. That is premium. You could go on our pages and you would see the reviews that people would put there, and customer service is premium, and people will always know when you're genuine. People will always
Correct.
know when you are hustling, and people will always know when you are doing something that you truly love.
Yes. Yes, that is true. That is true. Just
You
listening
may
a
try to
story.
hide it. Yeah, no, I mean, you may try to hide it, but a person's
True.
intentions always shine through sooner or
Correct.
later.
Correct.
You can't hide that.
Correct.
You
Correct.
can't hide that.
Correct. Correct.
And I make it a point that the people that work with me, not the people that work for me, the people that work with me on
Right.
my team,
Yes.
understand that customer service is key, because sometimes you may come in by us and we may not have your size, but trust and
Right.
believe the way that you are treated, you would believe that you just spent $400 or $500. No, because when you treat a person is the way it would be
Yes.
reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Correct. Correct.
Uh,
Correct. Correct. That is
customer
so true.
service, customer service is premium. Now, I am not one of the proponent. I don't really subscribe to um, the customer is always right. And let me explain,
Right.
because
Right.
my thing, we are human. We are all human,
Correct.
and no one is
Correct.
perfect. So if no one
That's
is
true.
perfect, it stands to reason that you cannot always be right,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
But the
Correct. That's true.
customer, my mantra is that the customer deserves to be given the best. So
Correct.
whether it be the
Correct.
best level of customer service, if you are not able to deliver, you keep in contact with the customer on a consistent
Right.
basis. You know,
Correct.
hey, this is what's going on. I'm not able to do this right now, but I can do this for you. X, Y, and Z is the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Correct.
where I'm coming from, you know. Um, After the 6 bras, a friend of mine, he gave me a gym bag. He
All
came to my,
right.
gave me a gym bag, and that was the bag I started selling my bras from. That was
Okay.
the mobile gym bag he gave me. Is it dark now? Should I
Okay.
put the light now?
Yeah. You can see.
It's better
Yeah.
now. Right,
Yes.
great. Because all you have to see I was looking prettier because I take my time
Yeah.
upon makeup.
You're right. You're
Mm.
looking nice.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hope you bring. I hope you bring some things to show me too. Eh. I hope you bring some things to show me. Jesse.
Hmm. I started off with the gym bag, and
Right.
for going to persons' homes, going to their offices, selling, and all that kind of thing.
Right. Right.
And I did that for a number of years. I probably did that for about 6 years, going to
Mm-hmm.
persons' homes, going to their offices, going to Tobago. Um,
Okay.
because in 2000 and 2012, because I started the business in 2007. In
Mm-hmm.
2012, I got my vehicle,
Right.
and prior to that, I had very good friends who would come pick me up at home with my
Mm-hmm.
brother and take me to places and wait on me.
Way support.
Me back home. Yeah, I call them my day ones, and go to people, and they love the personal touch, because
That is
the reality is I started the business because of me being a fuller busted woman and not being able to
mm-hmm.
get proper bras to fit you. And it's not
Correct.
only that, but again, customer service. You have to understand, when you go into a store, whether you're buying bras or you're buying, people just push on the sale. So they will tell you, yeah, man, that looking good. Yeah, that looking good. Eh? Yeah, tell them number 4 sell
True.
you.
True, true. That is so true.
Yeah, that looking good. Don't worry with that. Don't worry with that. How it looking? You're losing weight, and you see you losing weight. That will fit you. Tell them number four sell you.
That is
You
true.
know. But am I lying though? Am I lying?
No, no, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. That is so true. I
Ah,
experienced that.
yeah. So people really appreciated the personal touch. They really appreciated that. I mean, to the point, even up to this day, I have some customers who have been with me from day one. And when I mean
Wow.
day one, Letitia, I mean
They
day one.
want to just start. That is awesome.
10 years ago, 14 years ago, they are still with me. I have clients who are on wheelchairs. I have two clients that are on wheelchairs that live in
Wow.
Chicago, and they've been
Uh-huh.
with me from day one. Sometimes, if they have events to go to, they will call me and
Mm-hmm.
say, Perry, you're available. I need help to change. Nobody's not home right now. And that
Wow.
relationship formed just by how,
How
I
you treat
dealt with
them.
them years
Correct.
gone by. know.
Correct.
Um, so customer service is so important. So that's a little bit of where I would have started. I mean, having the gym bag and going to house.
You still have the
Then
gym bag?
I still have the
You still
gym bag, and the reason why I kept the gym bag, it is really to. There's a phrase my cousin tells me sometimes. She says, "Perry, remember when." So I really
wait a minute.
keep it to
Yes.
remember when.
Yes. That's why I asked you. Because
I still
sometimes
have it.
that's a good remember. That is where I start. So
Yeah,
not
and
because we care. I can't forget where I start.
the second batch of bras that I got right after the first six, I actually kept
Mm-hmm.
one from that second batch and
Yeah.
kept it in the gym bag. Um,
Okay.
because for me it is all about building legacy.
Correct.
I
Correct.
am a stickler for that, like
Correct.
stickler for
Correct.
that.
Correct.
And
Correct.
Auntie Peridot play where that is concerned, because my thing is, it is not just about a bra and a panty for me. It is
Correct.
about an experience. You
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that there are women that are very, very insecure about how they
Yes.
feel. You have
Yes.
women
That is
who
true.
have been abused, and when
Correct.
they come to you, you see their scars. You have women that will come to you and they have been um, emotionally abused. They will
Mm-hmm.
come and they don't feel uncomfortable taking off their bra or in front
Yes.
of you fitting them, because they will tell you, my husband tells me I'm ugly. So you experience the full gamut of it. And in a business like ours, you have to be sensitive to
Correct.
that.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
You
Correct.
can't get that experience
That
over.
is
You know,
correct.
you
Correct.
you can't
Correct.
necessarily put a price tag on that. You know,
Correct. Correct.
um,
Correct.
having the gym bag, I used to have the bras and the panties in my living room on my living room table. I had the
Mm-hmm.
panties um, on my couch. You know when you buy a couch set, you have the single seat, the three-seater, and the two-seater. Right. I
Yes.
had the
Yes.
panties on the two-seater, and I used to have people coming in home and
Mm-hmm.
buying panties, because as life would progress, not all the time I would have stock, so whatever I had, I sold,
Correct.
until I did an extension at my home, and I had the store there for a bit, and then
Mm-hmm.
we continued going to people's homes, persevering, and we have
Mm-hmm.
the store now in Couva.
Right.
We've been there for 5 years now, and
Mm-hmm.
not every day is Sunday, but I ain't giving up under
Correct.
any circumstance. People, it is not I get rich overnight. It is not
Right.
like that,
Yes.
because
Yes.
the more that you do, the more bills you have to pay, the
Correct.
more responsibility
Correct.
comes along with it. And remember, that's you're not isolated to your business alone. You still have life. You
Correct.
still
Correct. Correct.
have.
Because your mommy too, right?
Yeah, I'm a mommy. Because at the time when I started, I just had my son. You know, he's
Right.
14. He'll be 15 this year. And
Right.
since then, I've had quite a few after.
Don't make it sound so now. You
So,
have
you know,
plenty of that, yes, but don't make it sound so. And you
but
love each one of them just as much.
yeah, yeah. But, you know, I say, I mean, we make it as a joke, but that dynamic changes how you operate.
Correct. It does. It
Yeah.
does. It does. It does.
Yeah, that dynamic changes how you operate. There's a whole lot more
Yes.
to
It's more
juggle.
to balance.
It is
Yes.
more the
That.
balance, and as the business continues to grow, a friend of mine told me, actually, she's one of my day ones. She said to me, Perry, you are at the stage now where your business is like a child that's in university.
Yes. Yes. It's true.
And when you
It's
have a
true.
child that's in university, the expenses and the outlook and
Start to get
everything
more.
is is,
It get
is
more.
not. Yeah, the child not doing SCA anymore, you know.
It get more. It's true. It's true. It really gets more. And
Yeah,
hearing you say this is a valuable lesson for people who are now entering this entrepreneurial lifestyle. You really and truly, and I keep telling my clients that you have to treat your business like your baby. It don't
yeah,
have, it's not your physical baby, but it is a baby. And as you
yeah.
rightly say, when it starts to grow now, you're in university stage because he's a teenager now, right? So she's in
Uh,
university stage. She's gonna be asking for more money than she was asking when she knows that, right? So,
yeah, yeah, and they works nowhere. Yeah,
correct.
works nowhere. So I really love what I do. So that's just a little tidbit um of who I am and how the business would have started in 2007. Um, I recently finished the book because I
Right.
did it I did it at the 10-year anniversary, but life just happened and my dad had passed and I didn't have the
Right.
time to pay attention to put the finishing touches on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's going to be available this year. So
Right.
it to the aim of the book is to one to have a gift to give to my children first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it is also to encourage people who are in business and those people who are thinking about getting into business, the ups and
Correct.
downs, because there are some days you feel to just give up.
Give up.
And
Yes.
take panty and take the bra and say, see this? Fire burn. And
No, no bonfire, no
fire.
bonfire. But yes, I agree with you. You do have those days where you want to throw your hand up and say, nah, there's no
But
work.
here is the times when I have, I get the feeling to give up. I will get a phone call from a customer and they will say, Perry, I'll wait, I'm not going anywhere else. I'll wait. And that kind of loyalty, Letitia, you cannot pay for.
Correct. You can put a price on.
You can't put a price on that. So that's just a little bit of me, just a incy bit. Yeah,
That
that
was
is,
a good
that
juicy
is,
bit.
yeah, that is a good juicy bit. But Paris Plus is one of my loves. My other first love is, well, radio and television announcing. That's what my qualifications are in, media
Okay.
and
Okay.
communication.
Okay.
But I like to talk and look pretty. Anything to look pretty and talk, I do. And dress up and things,
Yeah, they.
like I do. So yeah, in the MCN, it is really dual for me because sometimes I may do the undergarments for a bride, and
Right.
I may also MC her wedding.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm able to do both. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's maybe.
Okay. A little bit of you. But it's a juicy bit of you because, as you rightly say, you can just listening to you talk, you can actually hear your passion in what you're doing. You're not just doing it for doing it
No,
sake. You're
no,
doing it with
no.
everything all out.
Yeah, there is one story that always stands out for me. The first time that I went to Tobago, I
Mm-hmm.
met a lady and she was pretty, big. And it is not because she's overeaten or anything like that. It was actually a situation where she was in an accident. She was sick,
Okay.
yes. She was in an accident,
Mm-hmm.
and where she lived at the time, it was on a hill, and
Right.
she had to be down wherever she would have been. She literally was just eating and lying down. So she gained more
Okay.
weight because
Okay.
her
Okay.
ankles
Okay.
and stuff was damaged. She couldn't move. And
Wow.
when she came to the first bra clinic I had over there, she said to me, "You don't have nothing to fit me." I said,
Oh,
"Yes, man,
sure.
I have something to fit you." She said, "No, you don't have anything to fit me." And I will never forget it, Letitia. It was a 54J goddess purple lace bra. And I
Wow.
put on her. She started to cry. When I mean cry,
Oh,
I
sure.
mean legit cry because she's like, no one ever took the time
To, to,
to
to,
take care of me like that. Because
wow.
of the
Service.
bra that she had, it was ripped up. It was ripped all over because of the
Oh,
size. It's something that you wouldn't
right.
necessarily get readily, if you want to put it
Right.
that way.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And up to and that could have been 8 years ago. She still sticks with
Mm-hmm.
me. So anytime I
Okay.
go to Tobago, I send her a message, coming up the road,
Comment.
and she will be all right, Peri. Just bring my size and sort me out. So that is where that is where I'm at.
Customer
So
service.
next question. I
Customer
hope I'm making
service.
I hope I'm making sense there. You
Yes,
see,
you
Matt,
make
to make
it.
sure, checking to make sure. All right, go
You're
ahead.
looking, you're looking fine, man. You're looking fine. You're looking hot as ever.
Double checking. Go on.
Very too sweet, you know. She's too sweet, Olia. She's too sweet. So, right. So, we talk about how the business started. We talk
Right.
about the brand identity. What
Mm-hmm.
was your biggest accomplishment in the business?
When I won Young Woman of the Year in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
um, for the business. And why I say that stood out for me because during that time was a very low period for me in terms of I was dealing with a lot with my dad and that wasn't well and all of that. And I didn't think that I was pushing as much as I
Hi.
could have pushed
Mm-hmm.
because people who know me often accuse me of being very, very hard on myself, and I am. And
Okay.
when I got nominated for that and I won, it was like confirmation, like Peri, you're not doing as bad as a job you think that you're doing. And the second one, which for me is like the first, is when we hosted the Caribbean's first ever bra festival in
Yes. I
2017.
remember that.
That was an idea that I had 5 years prior. And every time, and this is also a point to note, everything happens in the right time. Because every
Correct. Correct.
time I try to start it did not materialize,
Mm-hmm.
And in 2017, when we had a pop-up shop in St. Vincent. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my team at that time, it would have been my husband, Tammy, and Donalisa, Faces by
Mm-hmm.
Donalisa's makeup and stuff like that. Um, we sat down in St. Vincent and I said, Ollie, I think I'm going to do this bra festival thing. And the idea behind it is that I wanted, the vision that I had was that for women to come to get fitted for their bra
Right.
size. So
Correct.
I divided the space almost like a closet,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 50 women on my team, 50, on that day. And to tell you how how much love and respect and admiration that we had for each other. You know, normally people would say, anytime women around is bacchanal
Yes.
and thing.
Yes.
We were all working in unison, 50 of us.
That is
5,
awesome.
0.
That is
50
awesome.
women to manage that. And what we did was I divided the space into bra cup sizes.
Mm-hmm.
You had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like a closet for each size. And
Right.
every who manned each station was of that cup size.
Okay.
So that if you came in and you were not sure of your cup size, so the person who was dealing with you was also
Mm-hmm.
of that cup size. Because it makes sense, I am a G cup or I am a A cup, and I'm looking at somebody who doesn't know, okay, I cannot identify with this person. So
Right.
whoever was
Right. Right.
manning the G cup station, they were also a G cup. Whoever was manning
Right.
the B cup, they were also a B cup. And we had
Right.
other vendors and stuff like that. And we we had over 600 women that day.
Wow.
600 because we registered on paper, 542 because we took
Mm-hmm.
everyone's name, and that didn't include those people that didn't want to put down their name, that probably just came to
Wow.
visit, to see what it was about. And it was the Caribbean's first ever bra festival. It has never been done before. And
No.
I had a fantastic team. Natasha Brown from Brownie Communication.
Mm-hmm.
She was responsible for doing the media promotion for that, because she
Mm-hmm.
thought I was crazy, yeah? Because when we sat down, she said, Peri, what do you mean a bra festival? What do you mean bravo? What do you mean by that? I say, listen to Auntie Peri talk, listen to the vision, you know? As Ghana would say, write the vision and make it plain, you know?
Oh
So
gosh.
when I told her my vision, she's like, Peri, you are crazy, but here with you. And to date, people still talk about it.
Yes, look,
You know,
somebody know what, right? It was unforgettable.
yeah.
Somebody know say that.
When I saw the amount of people there, we finished. We were supposed to leave the people and then venue at 6 o'clock. 10 to 6 people were still coming.
Wow.
Then started at 10 o'clock. Quarter to 8 people was there. A lady told me she came from Kamuto,
Okay.
from Ikakas, and it had so many people there that we had to get police to come to man the car park and come
Oh,
inside the
sure.
building. But it didn't have no COVID.
What do you want to be in a mess?
Yeah. You know, for me, it shows the power of an idea.
Correct. Correct.
And
Correct.
saying all of this to say to, to whoever is listening, your thoughts, it is, it's very powerful.
Yes, it
And
is. Yes, it is.
do not let anyone discredit what God has put inside. It may not manifest immediately, because for me it manifested 5 years after I had the thought.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it came to pass. Letitia, it had real people there. Real people.
Yes, I remember. I remember. Like I remember passing. Like, what I do, fool boy? I ain't gonna get. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
get here. I was passing by them. Didn't even bother to go in. I
Yeah.
remember doing
I
that.
I didn't even know it had so many people until somebody called me outside. Because the police was in the road guiding
Yes.
people to park in 2 other streets.
Yes.
Thinking to
I didn't
myself,
bother. I right go.
I said, but this was a fact. Where all these cars and things come from?
Well, that's to tell you. That's to tell you the importance of securing the gills. That's to tell you how
Yeah.
important women find it's important to secure the gills. That's to tell you how important it is.
So for me, those are my two big ones there.
But I would have definitely put that one as being the biggest one for truth. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That one, it
That's for
surpassed every
sure.
vision that I had.
Correct, correct. That is really and truly a big accomplishment. Real big. So let me hear one of your many lessons learned on this journey thus far. Shiva,
Oh, Jesus.
because I
The
know you
first,
have plenty lessons.
um, you have to be so determined that
Yes,
you will yourself to be determined. I know that sounding weird, so
correct,
let me break it down, right?
correct.
There are times when you feel like I can't go no more, but that determination in the back of your mind, what am I doing
Mm-hmm.
this for? For me,
Right,
for me personally, Peri, this is legacy. For
correct,
me,
correct.
this is legacy for
That is your
me.
why. Mm-hmm.
You know that's for me, and to provide a service for people because I understand what it feels like to go and shop for a bra and the person that is selling you the bra not really on you. They are on the sale.
Correct,
They are not about the service. They
correct,
are not about understanding the
correct.
fact that I am a 46H
Mm-hmm.
and I am feeling ashamed to say that I am a 46H. And then I
Mm-hmm.
am feeling embarrassed to say I'm a 46H. And then when I say I'm a 46H, you turn around and tell me, oh, God, we don't have
Me
nothing
had
to
a
fit
day.
you.
Yes,
Or
yes,
you are color in a cream. They give you the
yes.
cream or the color. You have
Or the
no
black.
idea. You have no idea what that does to a woman's self-esteem and their
Correct,
self. You have
correct,
no idea.
correct,
And
correct. It's true.
I understand that. So that is why, again, you see the customer service, it is so important. It is so important
True.
to keep in contact with your customers. You will not get it right all the time, but you
Right.
have to try and put your best foot forward. Another lesson is you will get a lot of no's, but you'll also get some yeses. And
True.
you have
True.
to push through. You have to push through with what you want to accomplish.
True. True.
Another thing is record keeping is paramount. If you buy a nail, you need to keep the receipt for the nail because it may seem
True.
minuscule, but there's the old people have a saying, drip drip does full bucket, eh?
True.
No, no, the old people have a
True.
saying, drip drip does full bucket. So if it is
True.
you spend a $5 day and a $10 day and a $4 day, and then at the end of the month, but where all the money gone? But
Correct.
when you buy nail, you throw it away. That is where the money gone,
True.
McGill.
True. I guess
You know,
you're preaching to the choir here. You're preaching to the choir here.
drip 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 just feel bucket. And I mean, we all are guilty of it in some form or
Yeah.
fashion, but you
Yeah.
really have to because we're human and
Yes.
we all fall victim to it. But that is why as you grow, you find systems, you find people who can align themselves with your vision because remember at the end of the day you could have somebody on your team but
Mm-hmm.
it does not mean that they are tied to your vision, eh?
Correct. 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 That is so true. That is
You can
so
have
true.
on your team but they're not obligated to be tied to your vision because it's yours.
Correct. Correct. That is true.
But
That is
that
true.
brings me to the other lesson in that you need to treat your people well.
Correct. Correct.
You
Correct.
need to treat your people well. I make it a point that anyone that is on my team, you have to have a certain level of education. And when I mean education, I don't necessarily mean the 5 CXC and the A's or whatever. One of the first
Mm-hmm.
questions I'm going to ask you is, what are you passionate about?
Correct. Correct.
Is it that you are currently pursuing it? Why aren't you pursuing it? How
Mm-hmm.
can
Mm-hmm.
we how can we
Yeah.
navigate you being able to work at Perry's Plus,
Mm-hmm.
pursuing your vision? Are
Correct.
you computer literate? And computer literate does not mean being Facebook and Instagram literate. I'm speaking
Yes.
about
Yes.
can you open an Excel document and if I ask you
Mm-hmm.
to buy X, Y, and Z for me. Can you do it? Okay, if you
Correct.
cannot do it,
Correct.
do we need to send you on a computer course?
Right. Right.
Because it is not just you you're coming to work. It
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very, very, very particular as to who I allow in my space where my
Correct.
business is concerned. Is
Correct.
not just getting somebody to work, um,
Correct.
because when people see that okay, you have a vested interest in them,
Mm-hmm.
more than likely, they will pay attention to what's going on in your store. I said more than
Correct.
likely, I didn't say
Correct.
that.
Correct. Correct. That is true. That is true.
You know, you have different kind of humans too, eh? Okay.
Yes.
But but so far, my experience has been that once you take a vested interest in the people who are on your team, they will
Mm-hmm.
take an interest in your business. Because it's
Correct.
hard to find
Correct.
people to, you can't be there all the time. You know,
Right. Yes. That is true.
Catherine Bethel, she is the owner of Bees Ice Cream. You know, one of the
Mm-hmm.
things I learned from her was to know how successful your business is, you must be able to, can you stay away from your business for 30 days
Yes. Yes.
and you are not there? And you
Yes.
have to get to the point where you are working on your business and not in your business.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
I
That
mean,
is true.
please understand the everybody's situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
She's not, that statement is not said that you're not paying attention to what's going on in your store,
Correct. Correct.
but
Correct.
be able to, and it's a balance. So
Correct.
that's a balance that I am still learning because you having a family,
Mm-hmm.
and the navigation of those waters,
Correct.
having a
Correct.
business, a
Correct.
growing, and the navigation of those waters,
Mm-hmm.
and as you grow as an individual, you deal with life.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that is me there in terms of that. I hope I answer your question. Sorry, I just
No,
checking
you
myself
do. Yes, yes, Auntie Perry, you're looking hot.
here. Go ahead.
But it's true, you really and truly have to take that balance because, all right, like for instance, as we both, where we both have kids, now having to balance the kids being
Mm-hmm.
home with the homeschooling, running the business, and every other little thing that might pop in the middle, like, can we just
Jesus.
do these things? Can we just do these things, please?
Grace is
Explain that
grace.
now.
Yes. It
Is it great?
is, and it is time management. It
Yes,
is
yes,
grace,
yes,
really the grace of
yes,
God and
yes,
time
that is
management.
true. That is
Mm-hmm.
true. And all right, as we talking about balance, where do you find time for me time? You just find time for that? What you laugh?
Um, to be honest with you, I am now relearning how to do that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, in years prior, and when I mean years prior, I'm talking about 14 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm still 18, but work with me and stay focused. Right?
Yes, you're 18.
Right? I love going to the spa.
Right.
Um, give me an aromatherapy steam, give me a pedicure, and I'm good with that. And then the reality is, with life, putting food on your table is more important than a steam sometimes. And
Correct.
there comes a
Correct.
point in time when you have to take a step back and say, hey, I also need to take care of me.
Correct.
But my me time is being on radio. My
Mm-hmm.
me time is when I MC events.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that make me truly happy. And
Right.
this may sound crazy, but being in my store is my store. People who know me personally, my store
Mm-hmm.
is my happy place.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
everybody has to find their happy place, but being in my store is my happy place. I mean, if I didn't have people to come home to, I could stay in my store for hours. No, I'm telling you, because I
Got you.
still, even though I am in business for so long, I still
Mm-hmm.
stand up in my store in awe, like, way, like
I do
this,
this. It's
yeah,
me. Yeah.
die me
Yeah.
day.
I don't know. I understand what you're saying because it'll be like, I really do this. This is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I,
yeah,
even though you've been doing it so long, but it'll be like, I really do this point. No, no, no.
yeah,
There's somebody else.
yeah.
You just
That that
can't
is
be lead.
Yeah, that is my me time. Also, now that I'm getting into designing, you know
Right.
how we were designing the panties and the lingerie and the sleepwear and all of that.
Right.
Those things
Yes.
make me happy. Those
Mm.
things make me very happy.
As she talk about that, show us a sneak peek of some sexy lingerie now.
What?
I, I want to let the people see the
Yes,
thing now.
no, but
I
it's
mean,
so
Valentine's Day go on, but no, just show us some sexy pieces.
penny on me right now. But once you go onto the page, you will see we did the photo shoot and all of that. Hi Trisha, tell Auntie Patsy I said thank you. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's where those are the things that make me happy now.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And as she just explained, she has sexy lingerie, all kind, all kind. And if you want
And
to
it was
watch
designed
the
and
photo
made in
shoot,
Trinidad and Tobago.
for real?
Everything that you see in Letitia on the page, everything was
Yeah.
locally made. Every single thing.
Wow. That is
Yeah, everything.
awesome.
Yeah,
That
everything.
is awesome. And you, this is what you designed, the whole
Yeah,
line.
everything. Everything. Yeah.
Well, okay, William, you heard from her. You heard from Auntie
Yeah.
Peri. She
Yeah.
designed the whole thing and made right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So it is really made. So you have no excuse to go and look for no foreign thing. You have local thing here too.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything. The panties, everything.
That is awesome. And when I watch, it's like, this is local, but I really didn't read and make sure and see that it did say it was a
Yeah,
local,
everything is
everything was locally made.
and
That is
I
awesome.
made sure to do it properly to get the Bureau of Standards number, to get the proper labels, to do it properly. I took my time
Right.
to do it properly.
Right, right, right. And I'm sure she have more exciting things to bring when you see she start there. She open up
Oh man.
another adventure or something they come.
No, but God is good, and
Yes.
as business owners, we really have to thank God for His grace and His mercy that there are so many businesses, Letitia, that are closing down in this season.
Yes.
And the mere
Yes.
fact that if you pay attention, you would see that there are a lot of younger. I don't like to say the word small. There are a lot of younger businesses popping up.
Start up. Yes, you start up. Start up. Yes, you start up.
They're popping up and they're doing well because remember,
Correct.
restrictions that are currently in place and how prices are changing. You have customs, you have purchasing online,
Right.
you have all of this.
Yes.
You have there, in my opinion, there are local vendors that provide premium service, and some of
Yes.
their products and
Yes.
services are 10 times better
Yes.
than what we consider
Yes.
foreign, in my opinion.
Correct.
In my
Correct.
opinion.
I agree with you 101% because I personally, for myself, has changed a lot of the stuff I have been purchasing, especially
Mm-hmm.
from last year into this year, from my hair products straight to
Mm-hmm.
my soaps of
Yeah.
all bought local people. And the
Yep.
quality you get now in comparison to what we consider the foreign thing and to the foreign thing better, I
No,
cannot
it
complain.
no,
I
I,
cannot
they are
complain. My
true.
hair is bought with a
I'm gonna
product that
say,
is locally made here.
Yeah, you have a lot of business, and they stepping up to the plate. Like sometimes when I see
Correct.
in some of the brands, I'm like, this in Trinidad? Like,
Correct. It's not only me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
true. It's true. Look, I was watching
So
this lady who made some candles right here in Trinidad, just as good, and they're smelling. So we need to use it for our thing. We could support the
I,
local and the startup businesses.
and I think too, it's a shift it's a shift in the culture too,
Mindset.
in terms
Yes.
of
Yes, and mindset.
appreciating what you
What you
have.
have. Yes.
That
Yes.
that is just as good, and not even just as good. It is better in
Yes.
some
Yes.
things, in some
Correct.
things.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Like as you rightly said just now, I have been watching this young lady that started making her own lip gloss.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
I know a
right
couple
here in the
too.
country.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I have been watching them and it's like, okay. And it's amazing, as you rightly say, we have so much innovative people right here. And it's
Yes.
just for somebody to just watch. Hey, all right,
Mm-hmm.
look at our business here that's doing something. Let's see how we can support each
Mm-hmm.
other, give to something, support their dream so that they can see, okay, this passion making sense. So we won't be any point where we, but oh God, I wonder if this really working now. So I mean,
No,
I
no.
don't think that if we as entrepreneurs, we will do these things because we know what it feels like. So we push ourselves and make sure we do it for somebody else. But it's something nice to really consider
Yeah.
giving that support. Support don't always have to be a buy. You could support in another form or
It
fashion.
takes nothing to click share. to
Correct.
to
Correct.
click share.
Correct. Correct.
I'll give you an example. Last year for Valentine's Day, there was a young lady. She was doing prepackaged meals,
Right.
and it was a friend of a friend, and I saw it on her page, and I shared it on
Mhm.
my page, and there were a number of people from my page that would have taken up her service.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's so very, very powerful by
To share.
supporting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, 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 and we need to encourage more people to do that. Share
Mhm.
that sharing and caring. That sharing is caring slogan that we love to teach children. We have to learn to do the same in business as well. We
That is
have to
very
learn to
true.
do. We can't
Hmm.
always be okay. It's only about me and I, just me alone.
Correct. Because again, as the old people say, one hand don't clap.
Correct. We
One
just forget
one
that.
hand,
We just truly forget that.
one, and there is enough for everyone,
Correct. 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 That
and
is
there
true.
is
Something.
enough for if you look at it from the perspective of if God created all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
If all of us have been created by Him and we are His children, you don't think He will put things in place to feed everybody?
Well, look at it simple as this. And every morning the birds get up and they get food to eat.
My point exactly. My point exactly. And
You don't
daddies
even
have a
worry.
special daddies have a special place for girl children. So it's her place. Relax yourself.
It's true. It's true.
About
It's
it.
true. It's come. We just forget that. We really and truly just do forget that. Everything does somehow it does work out. It may not work out in your timing or the way you want it to work out. As you rightly feel like your dream come 5 years later. It may have
Mhm.
instances like that. But you just have to keep pushing, don't stop.
And
That's the
and
main
being able to reinvent yourself, being
correct.
able to um read the room, as people would say.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
with 2020 and a lot of businesses were closing down, read the room. You may not be able to sell, but you have to explore going online.
Correct.
You
Correct.
understand?
Yes. This
In
is
some
somebody virtual
form
brand.
of action. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. Correct.
You have to find a way to still stay relevant, because what are you going to do? If you have a brick and mortar and it's closed, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to read the room and be innovative to tweak. to tweak accordingly. When we had the virtual fashion show, when we launched the
Right.
sleepwear line,
Yes.
there was COVID. Normally in a fashion show you have more than 2, 3 models. We could have only had 2, but you
Correct.
work it accordingly, you know? Yeah.
Correct. 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 And like how you doing the virtual bra room? How that came up?
The virtual bra room came about last year, um,
Mm-hmm.
because of the pandemic and the the steps that were taken by the government at the time. We were closed
Mm-hmm.
from March, and we reopened in June. So
Right.
during that time, I was saying, how am I to keep relevant? How are we going to keep relevant? Because of the nature of our business, we don't just send bras out to customers. Yes, we offer delivery, but because of the
Mm-hmm.
nature of our business, we give the one-on-one and the personal touch. Unless
Correct.
you have been a client of ours for a number of years and we know your size, we could send out to you.
Then
But the
right.
basis of our, we want to fit you to ensure that you are wearing your correct size before you spend your
Mm-hmm.
money.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
how to stay relevant, how to still keep, I mean, yes, you could put up a post and all of that, but you have to be cognizant of the fact that this is a change in mindset for the entire world.
Correct.
And not
Correct.
everybody needs to be coping the same way.
Correct.
So the virtual bra room really came about as a means of connecting with our customers and also letting them know that, hey, we are still here. We still go, even though you're home, you could still learn something new. You
Correct.
can learn how to fit. You could
Correct.
learn.
Correct.
Um, you. There are things that you could learn. You never stop learning. So that is how the virtual bra room came about. Just really to remain relevant and to be okay. Peri's still there. They're still there. And like I say, I like to dress up and look pretty.
Yes, I mean
So
know that.
I like to dress up and look pretty. So but that really is how it came about, and it has grown. It is growing now. That it's something that we do every week.
Right.
Something
Right.
that we do every week. So we do the videos and we put it down there so that we always have content, because having content is so important.
Yes.
And, and,
Yes.
and it is not just having content, and I want to specify this. It is not just having content, it's having relevant content um,
Key.
pertaining to your brand, because you cannot be selling lipstick and then I am seeing on your page 2 truck and a van. Ease me up. When
True.
someone goes onto your business page, they must be able to see very clearly, this is what this business is about. This business is about women, bras, undergarments, lingerie. It
True.
must be very clear as to what you offer. Yes, you may have 1 or 2 things that may be also, for example, we have a post about the self-defense classes that we're offering, but why was that posted? Because you have to read the room with what is going on in the
Mm-hmm.
country right now.
Mm-hmm.
90% of your clientele are women with what's going on in the
Correct.
country right now. You need to provide that for your customers. You
Correct.
understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But other than
Correct.
that,
Correct.
make sure whatever content you have is relevant to your business.
Correct. Correct. And that is important because as you rightly say, you see some businesses and you'll be like, which product they're
Well,
selling?
you're really doing.
True.
Doing. Talk
It's
to
true.
me.
It's so true. And it's how you see it. Don't talk to me. You
What you
know,
doing?
they really don't know. And as you rightly said, this is ways that they're supposed to learn because not
Yeah.
everybody will have this opportunity to learn because you're learning from other people's mistakes. So you will know, okay, you
Yeah.
will make that same mistake when you now start. You will
Hmm.
fall in that same category. You will, okay. Not every experience will be the same, but at least you could learn a lesson from the other person.
And
I
another
mean, we take
thing that
that more often.
people need to do when they have businesses, you need to separate personal and business.
Yes,
So
I
your
tell them.
personal, so your personal page, I don't have a personal Instagram page because
Right.
personally that's not me. That is not
Correct.
me. But I have a business, so we have a business page and we have more than one person that will handle that or they will
Exactly.
respond as the case may be. I have a personal Facebook page, but it's separate. People need
Correct. Correct.
understand the
In
same way you
instruction.
can't have personal and business funds mixing. You can't
Correct.
where that is concerned. You have to be separate. Do not give out your
Correct.
personal number to customers. I mean, you may have one or two. Um, you may make provisions for one or two, but you need to
Mm-hmm.
separate two because it's
Correct.
on a Saturday morning when I need flour to make bread. You can't be calling me to find out X, Y, and Z. We have a business page for
True.
that. You understand?
True. 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 True.
You have to,
True.
I
And that
mean,
is the importance of setting boundaries, right?
yeah, you have to set the boundaries. I mean, please don't get me wrong. In the initial stages, as you are trying to build a clientele, sometimes you may
Yes.
not even have a choice. You
Correct.
know what I mean?
Correct.
But you
Correct.
will know the point at which, hey, I need to separate this from that.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
That is so true. And it's
Hmm.
true when that you will have proper stringent structure in place, but you were just trying to get the clientele in. And then
Hmm.
as you start to when you get that structure, you start to weed off, okay, weekend is not for you guys. Weekend is for
Hmm.
family.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and you
and
have
have
to.
to understand that.
Yeah, you have to, because there are times when you may have a customer and they have an emergency. Sometimes they have a wedding to go to. Sometimes they may have, they're on, I had a lady, she was on her way to a function and whatever
Mm-hmm.
bra she had on it burst. So she messaged the page, you all available now? And I had to skate down the road and head down and I think it was a Sunday,
Okay.
so we give and take,
Correct. Correct. Correct.
yeah, but
Correct.
you need to separate it.
True. So true. So true.
Mhm.
Having that boundary set early is important.
Yeah,
Structure,
yeah,
structure.
yeah.
Okay, I have a question that now coming.
What's the
Someone just
question?
said, they sent it to me privately. They just said, if it so happened that one of her breasts is bigger than the other, so she could never
Hmm.
get a thick bra. What is the
Right.
alternative sizing? So she said getting the right bra is usually very difficult for her. So what?
Okay. Now the thing about it is all women, one bust is always bigger than the other. And
Right, correct.
if I'm not mistaken, it's the left bust that is sometimes bigger than the right in most women. I stand to be corrected,
True.
but
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I have seen enough tutlets enough to know. Yeah. Um. What?
Auntie Peri, believe yourself.
No, but what you do is you cater for the bigger bust.
Right,
Now,
which is true.
catering for the bigger bust does not necessarily mean that you are going to take a bigger band size, because remember, the letter is the cup and the
Correct.
number is the band. So you cater towards the bigger bust. And what I
Right.
normally tell clients, because we do adjustments of bras at our store, we have a seamstress
Mm-hmm.
that do adjustments for us, right?
Okay. Okay.
So sometimes it's a situation where, um, because even though one bus is bigger than the other, you do have anomalies where there is a stark difference.
Okay. Okay.
Stark difference. Our seamstress, she does her thing and she will make the adjustments and all of that. So to answer her
Right.
question, cater for the bigger bust, because remember, if you cater to the smaller bust, it means that on the bigger bust you're going to have spillage. So
Yes. Yes.
cater for the
Yes.
bigger bust. And on the smaller bus, you
And
could just
you're
get
just
on the
and you're
side.
doing
Yeah,
the smaller sign. That makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense. And you know, as you rightly say, you have an in-house person that will adjust it for you, so you don't
yeah.
go it's just looking too obvious with that big
No, no,
gap.
no.
It's
And
bigger
then and
than.
and believe it or not, Letitia, there are a lot of women who can sew, or they may have access
Correct.
to women who can sew.
Correct.
I'm saying that
Correct.
no,
Correct.
a
Correct.
lot of people who can sew. So yeah, that's the answer to the question.
Correct. So you see, you have no excuses. So you can go by Auntie Peri, right? Auntie Peri will hook you up. She will hook you up well, right? So you have no fear, have no fear. And most likely, as she mentioned, something that is very valuable because we know as nursing moms, we have a tendency sometimes, when I'm talking from my experience of having boys only, yeah? So
Hmm.
all those who have girls or they could buff them up after. But for somebody who had boys only, they always have a tendency that the boys like to really and truly go on one breast more than the other. Don't
Hmm.
I don't know why. That's just what I experienced. I don't know if any other woman experienced that. So
Hmm.
literally when I went through that period, the doctor keep reminding me, don't even though they like to go on that side, don't encourage them. Make sure they go
Yeah.
on the other side so it be even. So something like that. Do you advise your nursing moms when they come for their nursing bras, the same concept so they will be aware of that
Yes.
as well so they don't get that issue at least from breastfeeding.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you do, and you because you have to alternate because once the milk starts to accumulate and it's not being released, you're gonna have a lot of pain. You
Correct,
know,
correct,
you're gonna
correct.
have a lot of pain. So yeah, and I've experienced that too.
Yeah. It is be hard.
Yeah, it's be hard, but such is life and motherhood.
Yes. Yes,
Hmm.
and there's always the left side. Somehow the boys always like the left side. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's
I
true.
don't know. Like they say that's the left side, right?
Okay.
Oy. I am glad you guys are enjoying yourself. I'm seeing people are really asking questions and
What other
contributing.
questions came up? Any more questions came up? Or you have any more
Uh,
questions for me? You have some more questions.
well, what you have to tell us is just make sure people know where to find you, all your handles on social media, what fancy new stuff you have coming, because I know
Um,
most likely you have something fancy. I got
well, we are Paris Plus on Facebook and Instagram. Right now, yes, we are working on something, but I can't talk about it right now. Um,
it's still
but
a
it's
secret.
just yeah, we still we stay tuned. What we do, as we tell people who come to the store, we are located at the Coover Shopping Complex. We are on the same compound with GTA Supermarket, Royal Bank, and
Mhm,
Starbucks. And
mhm.
as I tell people, if you want to find where it is, just put Paris Plus on Waze,
Right, right.
and it will take you there. Or put Royal Bank in on Waze, or GTA or Starbucks on Waze. We are all on the same compound.
Okay, okay.
Take a look at what we do. Um, when people take in the VBR series, feel free to comment as to what you would like us to talk about. Because
Hmm.
if you pay attention, you see that we try to keep it like a minute or less.
Right.
Don't give too much information, but just enough,
Correct,
you know.
correct, correct.
And for your clients and for those who are listening, um, please invest in yourself. Please invest in yourself and invest in your business. And when I say that, if you need to do a in customer service, do it. If you need to start doing videos and you just need to get a lighting kit, start with something simple and do it. Um, don't Make sure you post as often as you can. I want to thank people like Donna again and Amanda Rubley or Mandy, you know, that kept encouraging me, Peri, we need to post more often. You need to post more often. You need to post more often because it makes a difference, and being consistent is key. Being consistent is key, and try saving. Again, because I grew up with old people, there's plenty of old people saying, drip drip does full bucket. Drip drip, drip
True.
drip does full bucket. So
True.
the reality is sometimes you may save $50 at the end of the month, and you say, I'm saving this $50 for the business, and then something comes up and you have to use it. But as best as you can, try and save a little something. It may not be $1 million, it may not be $3 million, but $1, $5, yeah, you know, it helps because sometimes 6 months down the road an expense may come up and you have that there to use instead of probably going to get a loan, you know.
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah, you have to be consistent. But being in business is, everybody is different, Letitia, but I genuinely love what I do, you know, and that is my happy, that is my happy space. And whenever I am MCing,
Yes,
to
right.
MC, be on
Please.
radio and stuff like
And don't
that.
forget your next happy place to look nice and dress up.
Yeah. All the time. Involve
So
me
you have
looking
three.
a day. A day. I day is I.
We know you're there. We know you're there. We know you're there. Hi. I hope you guys enjoyed our live. Again, you all can find her on Peri Plus, both on Facebook and Instagram. Go and find her, get your information. All those ladies who want to get better fitted from the bra, go and find her. She will give you that personal touch, that extra love that you need. And don't be
And the
ashamed. Give
lingerie
us the thanks. And
and the
the laundry.
sleepwear. Remember with the sleepwear too, Letitia, one of the reasons why we started the sleepwear, women were coming into us for a while, and they were saying you may have a 2XL or a 3XL or even a large.
Right.
Remember, generally the clothing is made in China or the clothing is made in the United
Correct.
States, and
Correct.
it does not
So
necessarily cater to the Caribbean woman.
some people, yes.
You know, it doesn't
True.
cater to the Caribbean woman at all,
True.
because them eating rice and we just eat dasheen. So the clothes different. The clothes different. You understand?
True. They cut the front, they close the front, everything.
Cut different.
It's
Yeah,
true.
cut
It's
different.
true. It's
So
true. It's not cut for we body.
yeah, it's not cut for Edos and sweet potatoes. Not cut for that. Not cut for that at all.
Oh God, you have
So,
everybody laughing.
you know, so because of that, again, why it's so important to be in tune with your customers and to read the room.
Read the
I
room.
decided that here's what we are going to start a sleepwear line to cater for the Caribbean woman. And we're gonna from large going straight up to 4XL, 5XL. So that's
Correct.
so that the same
She can
satin
look good
gown
when
and the
she goes to
same,
bed.
yeah, and the reality is women appreciate that. And then again, I am a stickler for doing things properly. So it is not you come and you buy the napkin and I put it in a plastic bag and tell you respect. No, it is you get I was very selective in the type of fabric that I used, and it's packaged in a pouch, in a silk pouch, a silk type pouch with real rose petals and real rose essential oils. And the pouch that you use, you could store your stuff in it. It's big enough that you could store your delicates in it, and it's big enough that you could wash your stuff in it.
Okay.
So, you know, it's all about doing it. It's all about doing it properly. Did I have $1 million to do it? No. What I did was with my seamstress, we didn't take a loan. Every week I went to her. This is a real example. I told her, I said, here, what's going on? This is what I want to do, but I can't pay for all of that upfront. So every week, Letitia, I would pay for 3 outfits.
All right. Okay.
Another week, 2 outfits. Another week, maybe I could just afford 1 because remember I have other things to do. Another week, I may be able to afford 5.
Correct.
And because of the relationship that you build, you know, sometimes she would just make the things and say, here, Peri, take it and go. I know you will sort me out. But
that's important.
You know, but I'm saying this to say the importance of drip drip does fill bucket, because if every week I'm getting 2 items, I'm getting 2 nighties, I'm getting 1 nightie, I'm getting 3 nighties. At the end of the month, it's going to build. It is going to build up. I see somebody right exactly. I am more on the slim, not skinny, and my breasts are large. So it was 36 triple. You see, that is a Caribbean woman there.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, as you rightly said, the dashing woman, that's the dashing woman.
Yeah. We didn't grow up on Gerber. You grew up on Gerber and them kind of thing. We grew up on potato, and you crush a potato and you put a little bit of butter in it and you give the child that. You don't know about anything. You don't know about anything. It's only now people just want to be fancy. We don't know about anything.
Correct. And you could tell the difference. And every time you put on the pants, you don't want to fit your bamba.
Yeah, and then the other side of it that we experience is that when you import the things, sometimes the top may fit and the bottom may be too small. Or vice versa. And that's one of the reasons why I stay away from bringing in sets. But what we do rather, we bring in items where clients are able to mix and match.
Correct.
Because sometimes we may purchase a set and then the bra may fit, but the panty may be too small. And I'm speaking about I'm not talking about from the sizes small to large. Small to large has its anomalies. Please understand where I'm coming from. I'm speaking about from large straight up to 4, 5XL. You know what I mean?
Correct.
But we do cater for everyone. We cater for everyone. But the core of the business will always be for the fuller busted woman. And people feel when you say fuller busted, it means that hold on a moment. One moment. People think when you say fuller busted, it means that you are quote unquote fat. But remember, you have women that are very, very petite, but their bust is very big. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So we cater for all of that for the entire the scope. But the core of the business is always the fuller busted woman. We go straight up until O cups. O as in, oh my goodness, O.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, we know it have that existence. It does have that existence.
Yeah, but that is us there. We don't get it right all the time, Letitia. We don't. But we try our best. And we push regardless.
And that's important. You don't continue going until you reach where you need to go.
Yeah, and I know you do an excellent job of encouraging entrepreneurs with the service and that I think that's one of the things that stands out with your business is that again is the customer service. And you know you really take the time to you can't do that, or this may be better, etc. And people always they can tell when you are sincere.
Yes.
They can tell when you are sincere and you truly love what you do.
Doing. Yeah, that is true. You just see it. You just see by the way you carry yourself, the way how you do stuff. You do.
Is be tired, sleepy,
Yes.
but yeah. And people and people think that you make $1 million, but they don't know that you literally take everything you have, even things that you don't have, to
To reinvest.
invest to
Yep.
reinvest
Yep.
in
Yep.
business. Because think about it this way, right? The the persons that own all the established businesses, that they have been around for 70 years and 60 something years. You really think they are around that long and not had issues and not would
Correct.
have gone through
And not have
economic
hiccups.
crisis? They would have had
Correct.
hiccups, they would have gone through economic crisis. And another thing that business owners need to do, you need to pick up a book and read. You
Oh,
need to read. You need to read.
true.
And I
True.
don't mean to
True.
read gossip columns. You need to read books that will give you information that will. I, let me show you, right? Let me show you. I just call them my textbooks, right? So hold on, I buy my table. This is one of my textbooks.
A will and.
Sabga, A Will and a Way,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever people's opinion they may have, the tenacity and being able to not give up and having a vision. So there's one textbook here.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one. These people did not pay me any money. This one. This is I Am Woman. This is Pastor Gemma Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just
Entrepreneurs alone.
yeah, being a woman, a female entrepreneur,
It's
and all
different.
that comes with that. And somebody gifted me this the other day.
Awesome book. Awesome book. I read that
So
year before.
you
That is
need
a
to pick
great
up
book.
a book. There's whatever field you're into, get books
Correct.
and read.
Correct.
I think that's an art that people don't like to do because we're so accustomed getting information so fast and
And if you don't
read.
like to get a physical book, listen.
You have the
They have audio.
audio
Yes.
book.
You do both.
Yeah, you have the audio book, or write your own book and document
Yes.
your own journey.
Yes. 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 Because your journey is still something to be written.
Yeah.
So true.
So
So true.
yeah. So that is that. Hey, did you get any more questions in the background?
No more questions coming. No. Anybody have any other questions? If you don't have, just let us know. If you do have, just let us know. Because most
Hi,
likely,
Trisha.
Auntie Peri has some books to go do.
Yeah, I did that. I cook already, so I have food for tomorrow. Please go. I was gonna make some fry bake. I'll do that later. I'll do that. What time it is? Yeah, I'll make some fry bake and yeah.
See, Auntie Peri always busy. So,
Yes, I
if
am.
anybody no questions,
My goodness.
what
Oh
what
my.
what?
Good evening, Mr. Kalipasad.
Oh my goodness!
Now I have to speak properly. You see what I told you, that media and communications, that is my first love, right? And
Yes.
Mr. Kalipasad is actually my teacher.
Oh gosh, well you have to behave yourself now, eh?
Yeah, I have to behave and I have to speak properly.
Properly. And you again next.
Yeah, so
Oh boy.
yeah, but I just want to encourage all of the persons that are listening that are in business or think of venturing into business. You have to have a passion for what you do.
Yes, you do.
Um,
You do.
understand understand that there's truly enough for everyone.
True. True. True.
And
That-
having she said best behavior and standard English. Oh my word. I could switch, but you see, as he's listening,
Oh,
yeah, I have to behave myself. You have to love what you do, and
True.
there is room for everyone, because I may provide a service, but somebody else may provide something under the same umbrella, but in a different way.
Correct. Correct.
You
Correct.
know what I mean? Like right now, personally, I find the market is inundated with people who are making soaps and making creams and making scrubs, but you still, if you pay attention, one of the reasons why the market is inundated, because people are buying.
Correct. Correct. And you have
People
more
are
options.
buying, and you have more options. So I just want to wish good success to you, Letitia, and your brand first and foremost. Thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
even considering me for this. Because I tell you, there are lots of instances where I do doubt myself. Um, I
You're
doubt
doing good. You're
myself a
doing
lot. I doubt myself a lot. My friend Amanda tells me, she said, Peri, I don't know when you're going to start to understand you need to walk in your power. She tells me that all the time.
You're doing good.
Um, I am
Bravo is
trying my best.
the prime example of you doing good.
Real, plenty, watch now, real people inside there. But,
Bravo is
you
the
know,
prime example.
but we just want to encourage everyone that's there
Yes.
to put your best foot forward. Whatever you do it properly. If you are offering one thing, do it properly. If you are going to manufacture something, follow through with all of the processes that are necessary to do it properly. So if
Correct.
that is going to take you a year to do it, take the year
Yes,
to do it. Because once you take that year, you know that 5 years down the road, you don't have to go back to another step.
correct. Correct. The structure in place.
The structure must be in place. Pray and ask God to send you loyal people,
Yes.
and mind your business.
All key points.
Yeah, mind your business.
All
And
key.
mind your business. But good success to you, Letitia. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. You too. You too. You too.
You're
And you
doing,
continue doing what you're doing.
yeah, you're doing it. You didn't get any more questions in the background, right?
No more question. No more question. And I will thank you very much for taking time off your busy schedule, because I know how mommy life is. So,
Yeah.
and for fitting us in today, so much thanks. And for sharing and share your awesome story with all of us and giving us the encouragement to continue and don't stop. And if you do feel the urge to stop, just take a break. As she rightly said, take a break and then start back the process. Don't give up. Your dream
Hmm.
is for you to be make it make it make it achievable, make it real.
Have you spoken about any series yet, Letitia? I don't know, so I'm asking. Have you covered the topic of where entrepreneurs get funding from? Getting
No,
funding?
no, no.
Okay,
We
you're
ain't do
gonna
that
cover
yet.
that.
Yes. Soon come,
Mm,
soon come,
mm.
soon come.
Because it could be
I have
it could be harder.
I have two people in mind that I have interviews to do
No,
with.
yeah,
So when I'm doing that one, I'll definitely send you it when it's done, so you can
yeah,
see it.
yeah. Because yeah. So
Fun is another thing to think about.
what's that?
Funding is another important thing to think about,
Yeah,
because you need
yeah,
to get the right funding, especially when you
yeah,
start projects.
yeah. And sometimes you just have to work with whatever you have,
Correct.
no matter how
Correct.
small it is. Don't despise. I'm not sure how many people are looking, but what I do want to say is do not despise humble beginnings.
Correct.
Do not despise humble beginnings and be humble, because humility will open doors for you in business that and that's just in life. But humility will open doors for you that you didn't even think may have been possible.
Correct. True. True. Serious words of wisdom.
Yeah, you see, being humble your whole self. Your whole self.
True. 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 You're
Yeah.
speaking it. That is so
Yeah.
true.
Nobody here reached nowhere yet. Ease me up.
You're still on the same journey. You might be a little higher or a little lower down, but you're still going the same way.
Yeah, in business you need to be teachable at all times.
Yes. Yes.
You have
Every
to be
moment is
willing.
a teachable moment.
And again, something that I would have said before, you have to know at what point in time in your business am I working in my business or am I working on my business? Or am I in the middle gravitating to one more than the other?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. And read, 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 read. Read something important.
Correct.
The
Feed the,
business
feed
newspaper
the
on a
mind.
Wednesday. On a Wednesday.
Feed the mind.
With the business read. Good grief. Yeah.
That you're hitting all the right things, all the right things. You're hitting all the right things. See, and look, everybody
Yeah,
agreeing.
so
Correct. Correct. You see? So let us
read.
thank you and get you off to go and see what you have to go finish for
Yeah, for
tonight,
dinner.
please. I don't
Yeah.
want hubby and kids to come and mommy.
Yeah,
So
well, I
I
gave
thank
them the message that I have a meeting at 6 o'clock.
oh you
Just,
give them
yeah, just rest me, please.
you know
Yeah,
somebody will still pass.
yeah, yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
will still pass.
yeah, just rest me. But yeah,
So
and
I
don't
will tell
and don't ever forget people that have been with you from day one.
yes for that, for that, for that, for that. And those that are rooting you in the back that you don't realize they're rooting you until when I was
Hey,
so long. It's like, okay, I didn't know that.
people that's been watching you and you have no
Don't
idea
know.
that you see, Letitia, you see why it's important to look pretty all the time? You see, because you don't
Yes,
know.
it's true. Like that was 2 weeks ago. A lady tell me I rooted you since you started. It's like, but you never called me before. She said, yes, I always watching your content. You always having something. And you just have me thinking. It's like, okay, but I
Yeah,
never see you. Never see you put
yeah,
a comment, nothing. But people have been rooting you quietly and you don't even be aware that you're rooting.
that's true. So, so blessings to you and thanks again for inviting me.
You're
I hope I answered
welcome.
all
You're
the
welcome.
questions. I hope I made some kind of sense a little bit. Right?
Everybody is enjoying you. I am seeing only laughter and 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 the wonderful little questions you got. But it looked like Auntie Perry was the boss man. Auntie Perry was the boss. She was the boss.
So blessings to you and thank you again.
Same to you, darling. Same to you. And in blessings to everyone. And thank you for everybody who was on and who will watch the replays. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are most appreciated, each and every one of you.
For real. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Later. Bye, Trisha.